Hi, I'm Ginger, and welcome back to my channel, The Copycat Quilter. Today I wanted to show you a little demo of Electric Quilt 8 and how you can use that to draw out the simple block of that triangle that we used in the first quilt and then be able to make it in several different ways. It will let you do foundation paper piecing, rotary cutting, or print out templates. So let's take a look at this.
So one option you can have whenever you're designing your quilts or individual blocks is using EQ8, Electric Quilt 8. This is a fantastic software product. It does all kinds of designing. You can design from the very beginning to the bound quilt with all of the quilt designs on top and all of the piecing. Today we'll do a very simple draw blocks. So I can draw out that triangle block. Now, I have already set this block as a 6x6. I'm showing that it's a pieced block, not applique or other types of quilt piecing. I'm going to turn on easy draw so I can start at exactly the 3-inch. I can draw a line to the bottom corner here, and I can draw a line to the bottom corner there, and just like that, I have the triangle. I have the triangle and a square block drawn. Now the really powerful thing with EQ8 is then I can choose different ways to print and export the file. So I can choose templates, which will bring up a screen. I can say I want the 1/4-inch seam allowance. When I go to preview now, you can see I have the shape. It's the actual size. I could print it out. It has the seam allowance built in. So this is the cut line, and this would be your sew line. And it has all of the pieces that I need for this block. You could use this with template plastic or with heavy cardboard like a cereal box. And once you cut those shapes out, then you would put them down, but you lay your ruler on top of it so that you have your ruler edge to cut along instead of just the cardboard. That's really old school stuff, or you could even draw around it with a pen. That's probably how your grandma or great-grandma made her quilt templates. The next option would be if you wanted to print out the foundation paper piecing pattern. That's not very easy to say. Paper piecing is not my favorite kind of piecing, but it does help you get some very accurate seam allowances. And if you're a new beginning quilter, it will give you definite precision because you just sew on these straight lines. So as long as you can sew on a straight line, you would be set. This is the actual piece of paper that you'll use. You'll put your fabric on it and then flip it upside down and sew along the lines and press and fold, and you'll end up with this square, and this has the built-in 1/4-inch seam allowances around the edges. I'll demonstrate this one assuming I can remember how to do it because I said it's not my favorite and I don't do it very often. And the last one is the option to do rotary cutting instructions. So whenever I go to do the rotary cutting instructions, there's a setting that you can choose for how much you want to round. If you don't round the numbers, you end up with really bizarre fractions like 3.658329 and things like that that aren't on any ruler that you might ever buy in a store. So I can do rounding to 1/8, and it'll round up to the nearest 1/8 inch. And from the quilting that I do, that is more than precise enough. So these are the rotary cutting instructions, and my zoom's not working, so I'll just tell you, it says to cut a rectangle that's 7 1/4 inches long and 3 5/8 inches tall, and then you cut it from corner to corner to make your A pieces. Then it has a separate instruction for the B. It's the exact same measurements. So if you laid your fabric right sides together and cut 3 or 4 layers at a time and cut it this way, you would end up getting both sides. Then it shows for the strip for the triangle to cut 6 3/4 inches tall, and the triangle itself is 6 3/4 from point to point. This says 63-degree angles, but I think that's probably due to the rounding, so each of these should be a 60-degree angle. And the rulers that you get usually have a 60-degree angled line. You would lay that line along the edge, and the edge of your ruler then would give you the perfect 60-degree angle cut. The rulers come with instructions for that. I'm not going to go over that because it's just a little more than I can do today. And it's not something that I would use this way at all.
I hope you enjoyed that little demo You know, I've had EQ8 for a long time and I'm still just scratching the surface on things that it can do, but it is a lot of fun just to go in and draw out that simple block that way. And then I can take that block in the little 9-patch that we did and put it into a quilt layout, move things around, change the colors. EQ8 has so many possibilities. It can be a little overwhelming to learn, but there's lots of videos and classes online and tutorials that you can take. And I plan to just work my way slowly through the different pieces of it and see how it works. So if you enjoyed the demo, please hit that like, subscribe, notify button, and also let me know in the comments below if there are blocks that you want to see. I already have a couple of ideas that people have sent in and I'm up to the challenge. So hope you have a nice day and come back soon. Thanks.